Hi, and welcome to your October 2019 New Month, New Moon call. I'm Tracy Goody, your soul alchemist. So I wanted to put this together for you to give you a little bit of a sample of what is coming through for my Circle of Initiates. So my Circle of Initiates is a really tight-knit, maximum of 8 people at any time, group of women who I am helping to usher from third dimensional living into fifth dimensional living, helping to embody more of the soul essence, more of the soul gifts, and letting go of the limitations and the lack and all the things that come with 3D. So this is a little bit of a sample call. We do, there's tons more stuff. I'm not going to get into Circle of Initiates and what it includes, but I will leave the link just below this video so that you can check that out if you want. So this is just a little bit of an example of our new moon calls. So number 1, we are welcoming in October. October has some amazing energies. So we're stepping away from September, which was a lot about endings. It was a challenging month for many people because it has been brought to our awareness the areas where we need to transform and change in order to fully embody this fifth dimensional living. So October carries with it a lot of energy of intuitive trusting as well as grounding. October is a very high vibrational month in terms of where it's affecting our energy bodies. So affecting our heart chakras near the end of the month, our throat chakra, our third eye, and our higher chakras. A lot of activity is going on there, thus the trusting intuition. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to make small changes and big changes in our life based on intuition instead of based on third dimensional fears, past programming. So whenever we're making choices, we can choose to make them from a place of 3D. So what that takes into account is our subconscious programming tells us what is the likely outcome, what is the evidence we've gathered from our perspective, and so what we are okay to do, what we are safe to do. But this ends up limiting us because our subconscious ends up having these programs that are totally irrational and actually hold us away from what we desire. So whenever you're making choices from a fifth dimensional place, you're making choices out of love, out of trust, out of empowerment. And whenever you're making choices like this and you're really fully believing it and feeling it, that's when you see huge, amazing opportunities and transformation in your life. So October is around making choices from the fifth dimensional aspect. So like I said, intuitive trust, really important. Because we're working with all of these high vibe energies, grounding and being in the present moment is also very, very important. Okay, so that is a really quick overview for October. I do have a little bit more detail in my October forecast on my podcast. If you want to check that out as well, I break it down into weeks. So welcome October. Here we go. All right. So we're going to move into the workshop aspect of the call. So I'm going to kind of let you know what parts would be a little bit different for Circle of Initiates, just so you have an idea. So the first thing that we're working through, so like I said, this is kind of workshop style. So feel free to pause this video. Whenever these calls happen for the Circle of Initiates, they are live calls, so there is more time to actually complete the work, or if you want to do it in advance, that's cool too. But for this example, just go ahead and pause the video to complete your work. So the first question that I'd like you to ask yourself, and just tuning in and seeing what comes up here. And for this one, you don't even really necessarily need to write it down. Just tune in and pay attention to your body and to your energy and how it feels. Number 1, ask yourself, how am I feeling now? Just take a second and just see what comes up. So the first thing we want to do is we're just going to do a little tiny bit of energy hygiene. So we're just going to start to clean up some energies. Just to begin, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, just keeping your pace steady, what works for you. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And start to focus on your heart chakra. And you can have your hand over your heart if you'd like. And set the intention as you are visualizing the energy coming into your heart chakra. And as you exhale, any excess energies are released down through the soles of your feet. And setting the intention, I choose to let go and release what is not mine. So our first priority is to let go of the things that we're holding on to that don't even belong to us. Just notice as emotions come up, and as you exhale, if you're very easily able to release it, down through your soles of your feet, down into the earth to be transmuted, then it wasn't yours to begin with. So just continue this breathing pattern, allowing any emotions to come up to the surface. And then as you exhale, release and let go any that do not belong to you. I choose to release and let go of any emotions or energies that do not belong to me. And just keep this breathing going for another moment, and also setting the intention to cut any cords of attachment that's connected into collective consciousness or connected into others. Just visualize those cords of attachment being cut. You can do much more good and create a bigger impact for the collective whenever your energy is coming from a brilliant place. And when you're always plugged into the emotions of others or the collective, it's hard to notice, feel, understand, and express your brilliance properly to make that impact. So just letting go of anything that doesn't belong to you, letting go of the cords of attachment, and just noticing where you are holding tension in your body and beginning to relax. You might want to stretch a little bit, move a little bit, just beginning to release tension in your body. Anywhere you're holding on to pressure, noticing if your mouth, your face, your jaw, your neck, your back, just releasing any tension you are holding there. And notice if there's any heavy emotions coming up. Just visualizing in front of you this ball of swirling white and gold light. And you can pull those heavy emotions out of your body and set them into that ball of swirling white and gold light for that to be dissolved. So just allowing emotions to come out and into that ball to be dissolved. And still releasing tension in your body. And now for the live circle of initiate calls. This is where we would do our hot seat. So we would go around and talk about whatever is coming up for you, and we would do energy healing and release on those specific things, whatever's coming up. So if you are still working through this, and if you're still feeling heavy emotions, pause this video and do some journaling, do a brain dump, some EFT or similar, whatever is your go-to for releasing heaviness, so we can go ahead and continue on the rest of the call in a nice and clear state. So once you feel balanced enough, having released enough of the heavy emotions you've been carrying, it's time to begin to fill yourself up with compassion. So still breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth at a pace that works for you. Starting in the crown of your head, set the intention, I am open to divine compassion now. And visualizing a swirling pink and golden light coming in through the crown of your head. Allowing this compassion energy to continue working its way down into your third eye. And pulling this compassion energy down through your throat chakra and into your heart chakra. So here just setting the intention, I am open to and I accept divine compassion. Visualize it expanding in your heart chakra. And as you exhale, it expands even further and wider all around your body. Again, just keeping yourself steady. Inhaling, feeling that compassion, that divine compassion in your heart chakra. As you exhale, you expand that compassion energy all around you into every single cell of your body. giving your body, giving your mind the instruction, I am enough. I am deserving. I am worthy now. I am enough. I am deserving. I am worthy now. Breathing in that divine compassion. Sometimes this is an easy process. Sometimes it takes a little extra care. Inhaling, pulling in that divine compassion. Exhale, expand that divine compassion out and all around you. One more time. I am enough. I am deserving. I am worthy now. Feel yourself connected deeply into the earth, setting the intention that your energetic roots are connecting, winding their way through the layers of the earth all the way to the center of the earth. Feeling connected above, feeling connected below, feeling connected to divine compassion in your heart chakra. Set the intention now to call your power back. Call all aspects of yourself into this present moment. Anywhere your attention is going, you find yourself thinking about on repeat, just calling that back, just as though you're calling your name and visualizing your power coming into your solar plexus chakra, feeling yourself connected deeply into the earth, connected beautifully above into that divine compassion, calling your power back now. Feeling yourself strong. Tension is eased in the body, and you can now feel your strength. And just sit in this space for a moment, focusing on your grounding once again. Now just considering the month ahead. Consider what October can bring for you. How it can make you feel. What is possible. Consider 2 different paths for October. You always have a choice. There's no force or obligation. So tuning in and just go with whatever comes up for you. If you were to go about October living primarily and making choices from the 3rd dimensional version of you, what would that look and feel like? I'll stay silent for a moment here. If you were making choices, taking action from the 3rd dimensional version of yourself in October, what would that look and feel like? Now, if you were making choices and taking action from a 5th dimensional version of yourself throughout October, what would that look and feel like? And keeping in mind, both of these are you. Both of these are your options. And chances are you're going to be going a little bit of back and forth between the 2 of them. And the 3rd dimensional version isn't always bad. It doesn't have to be something that doesn't feel good. Just having a moment to visualize and feel what each version of you will feel like, and that's running and making choices and taking actions from that dimension, can give you an idea of how powerful it is when you make the choice to live from the 5th dimension. So just taking a moment and allowing that to settle. There's a lot of energy coming through, so I'm still doing a lot of yawning over here. Keeping your feet connected into the earth. keeping that compassion completely surrounding you. And if you don't already, grab a notebook and a pen. We're going to start to set some intentions and some focus. We're going to break it down into a personal focus and a business or purpose focus. So I encourage you to choose no more than 1 to 3 focuses for the month. So thinking about it, what is your personal focus for the month of October? And I'll give you an example. I'll give you my personal focus so that you can just have an idea. Yours can be completely different, but just as an example. So what is your personal focus for the month ahead? So for me personally, I don't have a specific goal in mind. So what's important to me more so is the energies and the feelings. So empowerment through self-care and mindset alignment. So what I mean by that is knowing my resistance pattern and where that is coming up for me so that I can shift that into a self-care mindset alignment. My second focus for October is to organize and empower my home. And this is for balance, for flow, where I spend most of my time. So that's more so family related. My third focus for October is social and connection. So another one of my patterns whenever I'm expanding is to hide away. So I'm making the choice in October, even though it's outside of my comfort zone and when I'm expanding I want to stay hidden the whole time, to do more social and more connection. So what are your personal focus priorities, your intentions for the month ahead in October? Take a few moments and pause this video so you can write out 1 to 3 personal focus intentions for the month ahead. So once you have your 1 to 3 focused intentions, move on to your business or purpose focus. Now, if this doesn't fit in for where you're at right now, scratch out business and purpose focus and put in whatever's important to you right now. Maybe it's health, maybe it's career, maybe it's relationship, maybe there's something that's just very much at the top of your priority list. So that's what I want you to focus on here. So for me personally, it's business and purpose, but choose what works for you. Again, choosing 1 to 3 things that set your intention and your focus for the month. So for myself, my priorities for October are mindset of a success, leader, and teacher. So really embodying that in everything that I do. My second one is the energy of creation, expression, joy, and fun. Really allowing those things to come in. And number 3 is my current project. So I have different programs that I'm currently running right now on clients and in various levels in various areas. But the important thing to me is to embody the mindset of the successful leader and the teacher, and then the energy of creation and expression, joy, and fun. And from there, everything I need for my projects just naturally comes to me, just naturally happens. So for me, my personal priorities are energetic, mainly again, because I don't have a specific goal in mind or structure, just because this is how I'm guided to work with the energy of October. It doesn't mean that it's right for you. You may have a specific dollar amount or amount of clients. That is an absolutely wonderful intention or focus. Use that. So these are just my examples. So you can pause the video here. What is your business or purpose focus, 1 to 3 items for October? So once you have all of your intentions down for October, and again, keeping it to a relatively small amount so that you don't lose focus or interest. So if you're somebody who needs, only maybe 1 or 2 things to focus on, then just have 1 for each. If you are able to multitask a bit more effectively, then go for 3 for each. Do whatever works best for you. So you're going to get your first bit of homework now already. your homework for this week, so in the next 7 days, is to look at the negative consequences, or I can't do it because of each of your intentions. So what I mean by that is I would look at, say for example, let's pull out my first business focus, which is mindset of a successful leader and a teacher. So I would say, so I'm writing this down in my journal. This is where I choose to pull it up. And I would say, what are the negative consequences of being a successful leader and a teacher? And I would allow those to come up to the surface. So these are 3D programs that are running in my energy system. I want to pull them up to the surface so I can let go of them. So you can either phrase it like that. What are the negative consequences of being a successful leader and teacher? Or I might phrase it like, I can't be a successful leader and teacher because, and then see what is there in my subconscious that I'm holding on to. And then from there, you can use EFT, energy healing, or journal to disprove each of these shadows that are coming up here. So your number one homework for this week, in the next 7 days, pull up the consequences of each of your intentions and disprove them, delete them with EFT or energy healing, whatever is your go-to way to let go of limiting programs. So that is your first homework for the week. The energy is starting to ramp up because I'm about to run some energy healing here too. All right, so we're working through it. You're doing beautiful. You're doing really, really wonderful. Now, if you were to bring all of those intentions to fruition, so if all of these things are happening, they've already happened, fast forward to the end of the month, it's amazing how they happened. It's amazing how these intentions came to fruition. What is it that in order to bring those to fruition, what do you need to release? So what comes up that you need to release? So immediately, what popped into my mind for my own, I knew that it was important for me to release fears of visibility, fears of getting too much attention, fears of putting too much pressure on myself, or fears of feeling obligated to do something. So these are some of the things that came up for me to release. So just having these written down, having an idea what's coming up here. We are going to be doing a little bit of release work around these. So pause this video and write down what you need to release in order to bring these to fruition. Once you've completed your list of what you want to release, then think about, what do I need to embody to bring this to fruition? So what do I need to be, to become, to feel in order to bring these to fruition? So for me personally, it was around empowerment, creativity, compassion, joy, connection, peace. That's what I want to embody this month, because I know how powerful that is going to be to bring my intentions to fruition. So take a moment and pause the video if you need to. Write out your list of what you need to embody. So now you should have a list of what you need to release and what you need to embody to bring these intentions into fruition. So we're going to be doing a little bit of work on that now. So I want you to have in front of you your list of what you are ready to release. And center yourself, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth at a pace that's comfortable for you, keeping your feet firmly connected into the earth. Visualizing your energetic cords traveling deep through the layers of the earth and connecting into the center of the earth now. Pulling all of that earth energy back up to your body. Visualize surrounding you a golden column of light. This golden column of light extends a few feet around your body, and as you look up, you notice that it extends above your head, and it continues extending until it connects in to the center of the sun. This golden column of light extends from the center of the sun all the way down to where your physical body is, and as you notice, it's even more expansive now. It's about 10 feet around your body, and this golden column of light travels into the earth as well, through the layers of the earth, and connects into the center of the earth. You are very connected now, above and below. You can set the intention to call in your highest vibrational guides of light here if you feel called to. Now we're going to begin to let some energy go. We're going to be using the 8D shift clearing for this. And just notice what comes up for you. So again, paying attention to your list of what it is you want to release. Now visualizing in your mind's eye, gathering the first item on this list. What is the first thing you wrote down on the release list? We're going to start to pull that out of your energy field and out of your body. So we have our highest vibrational guides here. We have the collective of archangels. It is commanded to pull the programs, energies, and limiting belief. And then state what it is in your head or out loud, the first thing on your list. It is commanded to pull the programs, energies, and limiting beliefs out of the system, out of the master cell, morphogenetic field, DNA, ancestral, past, and parallel lives, and anywhere this program is streaming in from the collective. Pull up, release, delete, and dissolve any evidence of this belief held in the subconscious or energy field. Release any trapped and inherited emotions that are ready to resolve. Pull up from all levels, all dimensions, all points of creation, and delete, release, mark complete. Delete any oath, vows, contracts, seals, or agreements contributing to this program permanently for the highest good. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you. As you inhale, visualize pulling that energy up from your body. And then as you exhale, and with the help of your guides, that goes directly up through that golden column of light to the center of the sun to be transmuted. You might visualize it like a vacuum cleaner or like a rush of water, rinsing out your energy field and going up. You may feel that these energies, these emotions are being pulled and sucked out of your body. You're choosing to send those up into the center of the sun to be transmuted. Take another breath here. It is commanded to run the 8D shift clearing on. And then again, state the first thing on your list. Pulling that up, visualize it coming out of every single cell of your body. And then exhale, that's going directly up into the center of the sun. And just continue this breathing pattern here until you feel like you have released enough of that energy to move forward. We're going to do just one more here. You can come back and listen to this recording again for all that you've written down on your list. So we're going to look at the second thing that's on your release list. And you might need a little bit of extra time for these depending on how deeply ingrained they are. It is commanded to pull the programs, energies, and limiting belief. Again, state your second thing you've written down on the release. It is commanded to pull the programs, energies, and limiting beliefs out of the system, out of the master cell, morphogenetic field, DNA, ancestral, past, and parallel lives, and anywhere this program is streaming in from collective. Pull up, release, delete, dissolve any evidence of this belief held in the subconscious or energy field. Release any trapped or inherited emotions that are ready to resolve. Pull up from all levels, all dimensions, all points of creation, and delete, release, mark complete. Delete any oath, vows, contracts, seals, or agreements contributing to this program permanently for the highest good. So it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you. Inhale and allow that to come up to the surface. And exhale, send that up to the center of the sun. Again, you might visualize it working as a vacuum, sucking that out of your energy field to dissolve and transmute it. You might notice it as a rush of water, or almost as your cells opening up and these beliefs being drawn out of them and completely dissolved. We'll do another one just like that. Inhale. Big yawn there, sorry. Inhale, pulling it up to the surface, and exhale, sending that up into the center of the sun. Really, really good job. Just allowing those to continue dissolving. You may feel, sense, see, or imagine your high vibrational guides helping the process along. And know you can come back. This is just a miniature example version of working with the 8D shift clearing. And from now, visualizing traveling up through the golden column of light, and this time you're traveling up all the way to the center of the sun. You are on this beautiful cliff and you can see the water is violet. And as your limiting beliefs, as your programs are dropping into it, your fears are dropping into it, they're easily dissolved. And from this place here, there are these beautiful golden balls of light everywhere. And you can gather up these golden balls of light. We're going to be taking 2 of them today. So looking at your list of what you need to embody to bring your intentions to fruition, it is commanded to replace these programs with empowering programs and beliefs that propel down the highest potential timeline and help to recognize, expand, and express divine value and role with ease and grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Visualizing, taking those golden balls of energy, and you may look at them and notice that some of what you've written down for empowerment is on them. Visualize coming down through the crown of your head, down through that golden column of light, all the way down through the crown of your head, through all of your entire chakra system, down past the soles of your feet, down through the layers of the earth, and connecting into the center of the earth, still holding on to those 2 golden balls of light. Allowing yourself to soak up this grounded earth energy for a moment. And then pulling that energy back up through the soles of your feet into your body and settling that embodiment energy into your heart chakra. Just take a moment. Feel that energy of embodiment expanding within you. Feel yourself connected above and below. And just allow yourself to feel the embodiment energy running through you. So we have 2 more points to make here. 2 more stops before we are complete. So just visualizing yourself surrounded in a golden pyramid of light now. And you have a second golden pyramid of light that's upside down, and the tip of it is deep within the earth. You are held in place and you are completely supported now by these 2 golden pyramids of light. You're still connected above and below. Settle yourself in the energy here and set the intention, if you are open to receiving the Gaia Code Activation Ascension Alchemy. This Gaia Code activation helps to bring awareness, bring healing and alignment, bring clarity as to where you're operating in the 3rd dimension, and will help to enhance and empower your intuition. So if you can set the intention you are open to receiving this, and just notice what comes up for you. I will stay silent as the energy runs. It is now commanded to send the Gaia Code Activation Ascension Alchemy now. Keeping your feet very connected into the earth here. And just notice how this energy flows for you. The energy is still running. Just continue your breathing and just notice what comes up for you. Still just running. Keep breathing. And the Gaia Code activation Ascension Alchemy is now complete. And allowing that golden pyramid of light to dissolve, and the second one to dissolve, and that golden column of light to begin to shrink down, and that golden column of light will stay within your body, where your spine is, where your chakras line up. That direct connection above and below is always within you to access at any time. Taking a few more deep cleansing breaths here. Now focusing on the soles of your feet again. Staying grounded, setting the command, I occupy my body. I am present. Now as you're still connected intuitively, let's take a look at your action steps to move forward. You might want to give your hands and toes a bit of a wiggle, come fully back present. Your action steps for the week. I'm still grounding my own energy as well here. Your action steps for the week. Number 1, consequences, and I can't. So anything that's coming up around your intentions, pull it up to the surface, because the sooner you look at it and heal it, the faster it's gone, and the less energy you have to waste keeping that resistance wheel moving. So pull up the consequences, and I can't, to help with your mindset for your intentions. And now let's take a look at what some of your action steps are to move forward this week. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Just checking in with yourself. So for each intention that you have written down, what is your one action step this week? So for example, for my action steps, for my personal, to help with my personal this week, are a daily check-in and compassion for myself. That helps to keep me in check and moving forward. Allowing some time to visualize and see everything is happening in my mind's eye. And going away for the weekend for a retreat to help amplify my personal care as well as my social connection. So those are some of the action steps that came up for me for my personal. So just take a moment and pause this recording if you need to, and write down what are one action step for each of your personal intentions. And then you want to move on to your business or purpose or whatever your highest focused intention is. And so for me personally, it is to replace pressure with peace anytime I'm feeling it, to be consistent with my journaling, and specifically brain dump daily. There's sometimes just too many things going on in my mind that it needs to fully get out. And then staying connected, present, and checking in daily with my intuition for my focus. So you'll notice there's no strategy on my action steps. This is what's calling to me right now, is to move more with an intuitive flow, to be consistent with the action steps that I have here in order to bring these intentions to full fruition. This doesn't mean I'm not taking action. It just means my priority action is to feel it first, and then from there, I understand fully that my intuition guides me to the next step. This is just where I'm at personally right now. So take a few moments and write down one action step for each of your intentions. What is your new fifth dimensional reality mindset? How are you feeling taking action, moving forward in October from a place of fifth dimension? Letting go of the illusions completely and stepping into the truth of who you are, the truth of what's possible for you. So just take a moment here, allow that to settle, and focusing on the soles of your feet, fully grounding. So this was just a little bit of a sample The full Circle of Initiate calls is obviously much more interactive because it is a live call, and we have opportunity to go in and do some specific and some custom healing work. This is really just a little bit of a sample for you. So if you do resonate with this and you do want to learn more about the Circle of Initiates, just click in the link below, or feel free to reach out to me with any questions at all, or if you're curious if it is the right fit for you. All right, thank you so much and have an amazing month. Bye.